Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Champions Network. I'm your host, Jason Rambo, alongside my co-host, David Radulovich. Once again, we have Mr. Large in Charge from the Dead Pair Podcast. What's up, Sean?
Oh, doing good. Glad to be back.
Awesome. We have three very special guests tonight, but we're going to start off with Mr. Lane Piccolo. What's up, Lane?
Not much.
And Miss Desi Edmonds, who really needs no introduction. How you doing, Des?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. We're excited to have both of you here. We have another special guest going to join us here in just a minute. Until then, Lane, man, 2024 National Championship. How you feeling? How you shooting? Tell us what's going on.
First day, a little rougher than last year, but I think I've really picked it up. I put myself in a good spot for tomorrow, and just going to grind it out. See where that puts me.
So you're going to be, so everybody understands they're going to take the top 8, shuffle them all around, and put those two squads together with the top 8. You've made the top 8.
I believe so, yes.
Awesome. Desi, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm shooting pretty good. I think we could all say, we could hit a few more out there. But I've made it this far, and I think I've put myself in a pretty good position. So we shoot the hard, quote-unquote, the hard course tomorrow. So we'll see what we can put down on paper.
Awesome. And you're, just so everybody knows, you're leading the ladies right now.
Yep.
Desi, come on, be honest with me. You got your eyes on a bigger prize, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's always the end goal. But anytime you get on the course, it's one pair at a time, and it is what it is, right? We always look back and say, oh, I could have done this or I should have hit that, and you shot what you shot. So this is where we're at, and we're going to go out tomorrow and try and hit as many as we can.
Awesome. Just so everybody knows, we're going to open up the chat room. If you guys have any questions for our guests, please don't hesitate. Just send us a message in the chat room. We'll ask our guests those questions. David, you shot today as well. You didn't quite fare as well as you wanted to, but you didn't shoot bad, but you said you were a little tired today. So what was your thought? What was your take on the targets and your performance?
Yeah, I basically was struggling, not because actually Joe Skull set the course that we shot today, so I'd say that I was struggling to stay awake because of his targets.
Wow! Shots fired!
Ouch!
Shots fired, Sean.
He's like a brother to me, a brother that I hate. But no, I thought that my take on the shoot so far, I think the targets are good. I think it's a good test of. It's not crazy hard. Everything that we're shooting is stuff that we should all be able to hit. There's not really anything that's unhittable, so it's the possibility of shooting a perfect score on every course is there, but not very easy to do. Mm-hmm. As far as my own personal performance, I came here to do this, not do that, so I'm not too upset or worried about it or focused on it. Although I will say, like personally, the competitor in me, very hard not to be disappointed, even though I predetermined what my mind was going to be set on coming here. But I'm not very good at listening to myself. So, so I think it's been a good shoot so far. I have yet to see the scores for today, so I don't really know where everybody is.
Well, I know Brandon's only dropped. Well, he dropped 1 today, and he dropped 2 on yesterday.
Sitting very good.
Yeah, so he's you guys got a big row to hoe, as they say. But yes,
we do.
That guy, oh my goodness,
he's a machine.
Yes, he is.
Hey, we do have a question. Desi, I want to start with you on this one. John Stevens said, do pro shooters drill fundamentals as their main focus when practicing, or do they spend more time on shooting tricky or problematic targets?
I can't speak for anyone else. For myself, I would say hopefully the fundamentals are there and they're strong enough that I don't have to go over them again and again.
Right.
Obviously, if you're having problems with a particular presentation or you're finding yourself, missing similar type shots, you need to look at your fundamentals and make sure you're actually executing them. Yeah. But I don't think that, going through the fundamentals in practice is necessarily what we're thinking. Obviously, looking at the bird, the fundamental act of looking at the bird is always at play. Yeah. So that's always something you have to practice. but hopefully they're ingrained enough that, you know, you're not having to really nitpick them apart or teach yourself them again.
Right.
You're definitely getting more detailed. You're getting on, you know, body movement and eye placement and how you're picking up targets and how you're, you know, getting into hard focus and, you know, how you're approaching the birds, what you can do to be more effective and more efficient.
Yeah. Lane, do you have anything to add to that or different?
I feel like I
opinion?
agree mostly with what Desi said. I would say for me, I would hope that no matter what kind of targets I'm working, that I am working those fundamentals on, frankly, every bird. Obviously, I do like to go shoot some tough targets. Another thing I like to do is, you know, to work my fundamentals is go shoot what would be a charity course and just see if I can run it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, do that a few times. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, I would hope I'm working everything no matter what kind of targets I'm shooting.
Yeah. And, you know, it's funny you brought that up about shooting a charity course. I know Derek Mine's a big proponent of that. He will go shoot the easy course and try to straight it.
Absolutely.
Every time, you know, just get that reputation down because, well, look, Sean and I witnessed it firsthand. We shot the Beretta Super Sporting course, and I missed 4 of the biggest, easiest trash can lids in the whole entire world and finished out on a 90, which you know what, for not touching the gun in a month and a half, I'm kind of proud of that. But I missed 4 of the freaking easiest targets on the property, you know, and it's those kind of targets that I don't think enough people give emphasis to. Desi, help me out here. I know you do a lot of coaching yourself. Sometimes people want to focus on the big targets, and that's really not where 90% of your score lies.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The Nationals, for example, I mean, the last 3 courses we've shot have been very straightforward.
Yeah.
If you can execute all of your fundamentals every single time, you're going to be shooting a really good score. Yeah. There's nothing out there that is crazy. And I mean, most of the pros would probably agree with me. Most people haven't misread or misjudged anything. It's just a matter of execution, which, I mean, I guess lies with your fundamentals. So
yeah.
Knowing that you can do it and then executing it in the right moment is always the biggest challenge.
Yeah, for sure. Sean, anything to add to that, buddy? I know you got something you want to ask.
Well, I was going to ask these guys. So now here we are, into the 3rd day. It's in the books. Tomorrow's the big day, right? I mean, that's what it all boils down to. So now with you guys, with the experience that you guys have, you're sitting here tonight. I know you're going to go home, look at the scores. You're going to go back and do some math in your head and see where you need to be if you're going to be where you want to be. How does that really affect you when you go out on the course, knowing where you need to be versus at the start of the tournament where it's like, okay, it's an open book, I can do what I want. Now you're kind of fit into a slot, right? And you got to come up with a number. And do you think that really affects you guys in a negative way when you know what you have to hit on the last day? Lane, if you want to start, you can.
I would say for me, knowing a number doesn't really matter much to me because I'm not a huge proponent of looking at scores. Mm-hmm. But even if I do know, okay, I'm a certain amount under these people, at the end of the day, I'm going to go shoot what I can and then go do the best I can regardless of what I need to be, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's just the way I look at it. I don't go in thinking, okay, I need to be this to beat this person.
Okay. Desi, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, again, I can't speak for anybody else. It depends. Sometimes I like knowing a number, and sometimes I like just going out with none of that knowledge. It doesn't bother me either way. I'm always trying to shoot against the course, not the person, because I can't control what they do. So
Right.
When I get on the course, I'm trying to, in my mind, yes, I do have a number, you know, what I feel like it should have been, but that's based on what the course presents,
Right.
not necessarily what the where other people are or what the scores are at, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my expectations, and we always do it right after the fact, right? Hindsight's 20/20, but we say, oh, I feel like that course was a 96, or that course was this. So it's sometimes hard to tell as you're, walking through it because you haven't seen it all.
Yeah.
But you have a pretty good idea when you come up to a station, you look at a pair, what you feel like, the expectation on that station should be. So I'm trying to challenge myself, excuse me, at each station to match that.
Yeah.
And then the chips fall where they may.
Maybe like judging what a par would be on that
Yeah.
station. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's really cool of Lane to say, to almost mimic what Desi said, because we're talking about two entirely different age groups, and no disrespect to Desi whatsoever. It's just she's a veteran of this.
Yes.
This tournament. I mean, she's been, Desi, how many years you been coming to nationals?
Oh, I don't know. Longer than I'd like to admit.
Okay. But I just found out before we went live here, Lane, you're only 18 years old.
Yes, sir.
And that's incredible for you to kind of have that maturity in your answer. You should be very proud of that, by the way.
appreciate it.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, you're doing awesome, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure, man. David, when you were sitting at Lane's position, his age, and coming into this tournament, did you kind of view that as the same as Lane? Or do you have a difference of opinion on it? Now, I don't mean now. I mean back then.
Yeah. Normally, I'm paying attention, but I had to fix a camera. Can you just give me a real quick summary of what happened?
Sean, can you repeat-
So here's what I asked them. I asked them, okay, you've gone through the first 3 days of a 4-day tournament.
Yeah.
Now the scores are posted. You're probably going to look at them,
Yeah.
and the thought process of doing the math on where you need to be on how you're going to finish up kind of creeps in there. How big of an effect does that have on your shooting for the final day?
That's a good question. I think it's as I got older and was in that position more and more times, it goes from something when you're really young that you try to avoid, and then it turns into something that you can't avoid, and then when you can't avoid it anymore, but you've handled it by avoiding it your whole career, then you go through this little period of like trying to learn how to handle that and deal with that and what really that entails, and a little bit of an experimental phase, and then eventually, it basically becomes, I can tell you the most success that I've had with it is I think you just have to allow yourself to be a human and understand that you can't avoid scary thoughts about failure. You can't avoid daydreaming about how exciting it would be to have it go the way that you want. And you just have to let whatever thoughts come in, you got to entertain them, and you got to explore around in that, and then just eventually get to the point where when you're out there shooting, you're not trying to suppress anything because you're afraid of any specific thought, but instead you've allowed yourself to entertain every avenue that you can think of, and now it's just time to go to work, and that would be, because otherwise you're just shooting to try to force something to happen that you've been basically daydreaming about.
Right.
Gotcha.
Hey, so listen, I'm going to ask these two one more quick question, and we're going to bring our next guest in because I know you guys want to eat, and we've got the north versus south that we're going to cover yet tonight. Super Goose asks, no, wait, let me back up a minute. That's not the question I want to ask. Mark Patrick says, have any of you returned from a major injury? I have just returned to shooting after 15 months. Fundamentals feel so different, and it's frustrating from a movement standpoint. Do you understand what he's asking there, Des?
I think so. Basically, was injured, and it's difficult to do the things he used to
Right.
with ease. I guess that's any kind of physical activity, right? It takes therapy and repetition and practice, and it probably, in most cases, it will never feel the same. But
Right.
I don't really have anything to say on that. I haven't, drastically injured anything. I've actually never broken a bone in my body.
Oh, wow.
Ever in my whole life, so I'm very lucky
You
with
just
that.
haven't tried hard enough.
What I will say, I make better decisions, Dave. What I will say is, as you get older, things get more difficult.
Yes.
And I'm not old in number, but yeah, the physicality of it becomes more challenging. So everybody's on their own path, and you've got to make sure that you attend to those things. And sometimes you have to work harder through physical capabilities and others. I will say this, side note, before they did the super squads, the 2 years prior to that, I shot the nationals behind the handicap squad. So several wheelchairs and then just different variations of it. But it was probably the coolest, most humbling, and most memorable experience for 2 years to watch those guys go through the national championship for 4 days in wheelchairs, and we've got straps and we've got wives helping, and they are out there, I mean, working hard. So anything is possible.
Yeah.
So I will say that. Yeah.
So
Keep at it.
real quick, it's funny you brought that up. David and I spent two days at Abilene Clay Sports filming. They bought my prototype tower for Sporting Clays. And gentleman there, his son is a 4-time national champion in the wheelchair division. Wow. So, I mean, and he finally got some help. Brad Kibb helped him out get a sponsorship through Zoli. Okay. And he's getting some help now. And
so freaking cool.
Absolutely.
I mean,
So
you think
cool.
about that. Like, David, you made a comment on that. Like, the physical movement with your body, like, he can't move his torso, right? So, I mean, to be able to shoot that well is just flat out amazing. Lane, have you ever had to come back from an injury to where?
Thankfully, I've been fortunate enough and smart enough not to injure myself. Again, like Desi, I've never broken a bone, sprained anything. So, unfortunately, I can't really add anything to that.
Okay. All right. Well, see, Sean, now I have an ultimate excuse. I've broke 7 bones in my spine, and I'm 51 years old. I've got every excuse in the world for not shooting well.
Well, you know what the reason for that is? They just
That
weren't having
pales-
as much
They-
fun as you were.
That pales in comparison to the mental issues that you deal with.
Well, look at my 2 business partners right here. Does anybody have any questions? And so, but no, listen, Lane, Desi, thank you both very, very much. We appreciate you spending some time with us. I know you guys got to get to the shoot. I know you're both hungry. I'm sure, Desi, you're dying for an alcoholic beverage right now. So I'm going to let you two go. Thank you for spending some time with us. And if either one of you place in the top 3 men or top 3 ladies, we want you back here tomorrow. We'd love to do a press conference with you.
Absolutely. I hope we can make it happen.
Thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys. Appreciate
Good
it.
luck. Shoot well.
Thank you much.
David, you have something for everybody to take a look at real quick, right?
Yeah, you run that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you please?
So I'll just hold on real quick.
He's not ready, is
Kind
he?
of a quick commercial break?
basically, we're just going to really cool. Speaking from the pros perspective of everything, I'm going in the right direction. You're leading me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So thankfully to the NSCA, everyone's trying to make some big strides to promote the sport and grow it and bring coverage, to the game that we all love. And so we did Jason did a little interview with Mark Baltazar about what's going to be happening tomorrow for the Sunday main event round for the pro squad. And so we will show you guys that.
Hey, everyone. I have caught up with Mark Baltazar here in what looks like Mission Control Center. Mark, you're back live again this year. Tell us what the importance of that is. Last year it was recorded. The first year we did this, it was live. You're back live again. Tell us about the importance of that.
Well, with any sporting event, it's happening in real time. I worked with ESPN for many years, and unless sports is live, everybody knows the score, everybody knows the results. So if it comes out even 24 hours later, let alone weeks later, it doesn't matter. It's old news, and I don't need to see it. I want to be there in the moment, So we tried both. When we first started this idea, we said, let's go live. We scrambled, put sort of a test run at it, a prototype, just so we could see what live would look like. And then the next year we said, let's pre-record it, see what we get. And, by hands down, based upon viewers and feedback and all that, they want it live and they want it real time. So we're back here going live, but we've really upped the game this year.
Yeah, talk about that, Mark. I've been looking around out here. It's unbelievable. Not only the added cameras and equipment, you got cables running everywhere. Talk about that for a minute. What is it to put this together?
Yeah, so we've been here since Tuesday putting this together. We have a crew of over a dozen people,
wow,
including host and all that, and we've run over 2 miles of cable.
Wow.
And that is Ethernet and power. We have cable, we have signal going to all 10 stations. So every station has a little camera that you'll be able to look over the shooter's shoulder, see out in the field, and see what they're seeing. In addition to that, we have 3 stations that have cameras facing back at the shooter. You know, every video, every picture you see is the back of a shooter. We never get to the front because it's dangerous out there.
Right.
Well, we'd rather harm a camera than a person, so we put 3 cameras out there. They're robotic. We can control them. We have it at station 4 and 9 and 10. It won't be any new news, but 4 and 9 are tiebreakers, and 10's the final station. So we want to see people's reaction to those shots. In addition, we have 4 handheld cameras that people are operating. We have a couple of drones that we're going to put in the air live during the show. So we got cameras everywhere. Plus, we have cameras for our 2 hosts, Kaylee Lawson and Justin Barker. They're going to be hosting it, and there's going to be some surprise guests as well.
Nice. Well, you know, I shot the green course yesterday, and I could see the camera mounts everywhere that you already had staged. Well, between that and the drones, did you put out a special request for nobody to shoot your equipment? I hope so.
we did. We worked with the target setters. We worked with everybody to make sure that, 1, we weren't blocking the line of sight for the traps, 1, and 2, the cameras weren't going to get shot. I came here last week to talk to the target setters to say, you know, on certain stations, we're going to want everything up in the air. Like, I can't put a camera on a rabbit or any low crosser because, you know, we might shoot the camera. So the team here, you know, the first year we did this live, they went, what the hell's going on? And now they're all really excited and even giving us ideas, and we're exchanging. It's been a great partnership.
That's awesome. Okay, so folks, we're talking about the coverage. Guess I should have started with that.
That's okay.
For
all
the
good.
Pro Squad for the 2024 National Sporting Clays Championship. Mark, tell the viewers at home, how do they find this?
So if you go on to the NSCA social media sites, Facebook and Instagram, as well as emails have been sent out to all the memberships. There's links out there. It is a Vimeo page. It's going to be on the social channels, but we've had problems in the past, like you have, of getting shut down in the middle of a live shooting event. So we have a private community that can bring in thousands of viewers, millions actually, it's unlimited. And that way nobody can shut us down. It's our own channel, we own it, it's not public. But we will be broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube for the first half hour to try to drive people into Vimeo, because if it goes down in the middle of it, now you have to go scrambling for the email. It starts at 3 o'clock on Sunday,
Central.
3 Central. And that first half hour is like a pre-show, you know, like the NFL pregame show. We're calling it the Pro Squad Countdown. We have some special guests. We're going to be interviewing the top shooters. We have a backstage tour of the place. And what's really interesting is Kaylee went out with Neil Chadwick and shot every single station on the green course. And we have trajectories that are shown, and Neil walks us through.
A little preview of the targets.
Every one of the stations in good detail. It's really an exciting piece.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, over on TCN, we're going to be doing a press conference after the event. Maybe if you have time, I know how busy you're going to be, maybe stop by. Let's kind of sum it up how everything went and kind of do a wrap up on it. We'd love to have you as a guest.
Sure, I would love to be there on Sunday. I'm not flying out to Monday. That'd be great. Yeah, we'll warm up the winners for you. We're going to interview them on the program, and then make sure that
you can grab them by the shirt collar.
Exactly. Come on, let's go put them in front of the folks.
Cameras.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, listen, everyone, tune in. This is going to be super exciting. I wish everybody could see the amount of equipment they have here. It's overwhelming, and I know the work that Mark does. It's going to be really good coverage. Join us afterwards for the press conference. And Mark, thank you for spending a few minutes with us, buddy. I know how busy you guys are, so I'm going to get out of here.
No, I appreciate your time, and
awesome.
And everybody, please tune in. It's going to be a great show. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little interview I did with Mark Baltazar. That's going to be really exciting. You know, Sean, I was part of the Pro Squad coverage for the first couple of years.
That's right.
They asked me to do it again, and I politely said no, thank you, because we were doing this.
Correct.
And it was just too much work to handle. Plus, by the way, I kind of like to shoot.
Right.
So, but when I walked in that trailer, I was blown away. I looked around. I was like, these are some really cool toys.
That's some big stuff there.
I wish David would do some more lessons so he can afford more of these toys.
God almighty.
But, hey, listen, more importantly, everyone, we are back, and we have the lovely Miss Grace Callahan. Hi, Gracie.
Hi.
How are
Thanks
you doing,
for having
girl?
me. How are you?
How are you shooting this week?
I've been having my moments of brilliance.
Yeah. I'm one of those people.
We take those small victories.
Yes. But you've been kind of working double duty because you've been down at Caesar Guerini, and you've been working. I think when I saw you on Monday, you said you'd already been here for 4 or 5 days at that time?
I got here Saturday, so just 2 days by Monday.
But you're working double duty because you're working down there at Caesar Guerini and you're trying to shoot.
Yeah.
So it's got to be you're trying to find that delicate balance like Sean and I do, right?
It's fun. I like it. A lot of my job when I'm at these events is being able to just be that, the face of the pro staff team.
Sure.
So I get to socialize with my pro staff and my ambassador. And then I also get to inquire and maybe do a little bit of investigating for people that I've been interested in or thinking of. And I'm from Jersey, and I do travel a lot, but I don't always get to meet everybody all the time. So it's kind of like my one, like I call it my Super Bowl. It's my one time a year I get to see everyone,
Right. So let me ask, did you put a lot into this event as far as your performance goes? Have you been training a lot?
So I know that my championship tour this year really, because of the work, has been very distracted and I haven't performed the way I'd like. But this one really means a lot to me, and I really care about it. So I did do a lot of prep, and I know that maybe I put a little more pressure on myself going into the first day than I needed to, which, if I'm honest, took me out of it. Yeah. So I've been just kind of rolling along and actually breaking some targets the last couple of days and just being proud of myself. One at a time. You can't, you don't take yourself out entirely. So I'm still hanging in there.
Grace, you bring up a good point. To that regard, I think a lot of shooters can relate to the fact that if you put so much pressure on yourself, it can actually be a detriment to your performance, right? I mean, so do you have any advice or any words of wisdom for people to try to find that fine line?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, and if I had the answer, I probably wouldn't run into this trouble.
Fair enough.
It is one of those easier said than done, and it is it's a balance of being excited and nervous. You do want to be nervous so that you are careful in the right ways, but you want to be excited so you're aggressive in the right ways. So there's this difficult balance that you have to kind of find when you're out there, being relaxed but aggressive and trusting yourself, but also being a little bit careful so you're not too reckless. So, yes.
That's interesting you say that, Gracie. And David, you and I have had this conversation before about the nervousness and the excited. If you're not that, and it's like, just whatever. It's just pair of targets. Then you're not in it to win it, right? I mean, David, you've kind of had this weird balance here this weekend because you pulled out of every event except for the main event
I didn't know that.
because of this production right here. And think about that, folks, here for a minute. That's how serious David is about what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do for everybody is David pulled out of every single event except for the main event. And you went out and shot the first day, and you lit it up, dude. I mean, seriously. But you've been running on an average of about 4.5 hours of sleep for the last month to try and build the website and get all this stuff done. But it is a national championship. Yeah. So you're again, like to Gracie's point, you're in that delicate balance of a little bit of nervous, a little bit of care, a little bit of heart rate, and all that other stuff. Tell everybody how you can relate to what Gracie was talking about.
Yeah. Well, I think for me it was a little bit different than what you're dealing with because I basically preemptively made my mind up. To where I didn't. I know myself, and I know that I had to shut off caring about my shooting, because if I even allowed myself to have 1% of expectations, then this was going to go terrible, And
so you did have to find a balance, just in a different way.
I did, yes. And I'll tell you what, it's so hard because it's like even knowing, there's no way I can do all of this stuff. I'm like, up in every night trying to change the website, listening to what, you know, recoding things, trying to get footage, you know, of all this stuff. Like, there's no way that I can I'm falling asleep in the middle of the rounds. I knew day one I would be running off adrenaline to be able to shoot well the first day, but like, as soon as I hit stop streaming after the first broadcast, it went smoothly. I realized, like, oh God, I don't have any more adrenaline left. Somebody's got to come.
Sean,
cut a
I thought it
wire
was going
for
to
me.
pass out,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally
Yeah.
like that fast, everything, and then I've just done it. But I knew that was going to happen. But to speak to what you were saying, that's got to be like the. I don't really know if anybody knows how to perfectly handle that. You know, I think really a big determining factor of whether or not somebody does or is able to repetitively basically follow through on meeting their own expectations. It really is personality based. And I think someone like Brandon, I think one of the reasons why he has been so dominant recently is because, you know, it's like that type of mindset actually fuels him, you know, and it's a hard place to live in your head. I think if that's, you know, it's you know, basically it's having a chip on your shoulder where you're very, very aware of external expectations and not just your own expectations. Yeah. And then wanting to force them to be proven wrong. But I think if it's purely internally motivated, it's very hard to find that perfect balance over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Which is why there's not the same winner
Yes.
at every shoot and
Yeah.
every nationals, because
Yes.
Well, you know, Sean, we are nowhere near the level of Gracie or David, but even you and I running around here, you know, people, you know how much we love talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
And they come up and they talk about the podcast and everything else, and they want to say hi. And for them, it's a chance to see us and meet us because, you know, I know this might be the only opportunity they have all year long. So for Sean and I, it's like kind of overwhelming, you know, and then it's like, oh, yeah, we like to shoot too. Right. So, and even out on the course and sometimes even trappers, you know, we're man, we love the podcast. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, I got to shoot this pair of targets, you know. And so it can be a big distraction. And I think, you know, Sean, you've been really super busy at home dealing with some family things, and you had a big move this year just like I did.
Yep.
Coming back to the Nationals, it sometimes can be a little bit overwhelming.
It can be. I mean, let's face it. It's the Nationals, right? I mean, everybody's here. You can see everybody. You can rub shoulders and shake hands with everybody that's here. But, you know, to that point, and what I was just thinking about was when you stop and look at the people that are servicing our industry, we're all shooters. I mean, It doesn't matter. I mean, me and you know, David, JP over at the Clay Lab, Justin at Shotgun Sports USA. This kind of stuff, this kind of coverage, somebody that doesn't know about our sport, why would they do this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it takes somebody that is a shooter, that's passionate about this game, to be able to want to say, hey, here's what we do. Let us show it to you.
Right.
And that's what's so important. And then obviously we feel good when people come up to us and say, hey, you know, I'm shooting this game because of you, or I decided to shoot registered targets because of you guys.
Yeah.
Or you helped me get my son, my daughter, my family, whatever, my wife.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever into shooting. And it just never ceases to amaze me.
I've never had somebody thank me for getting their life into it.
But and it's not just local people. I mean, we get emails from Australia and England and Germany and all places all over the world, and it's pretty humbling. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool thing because this really is a small sport when you compare it to like the PGA, the NFL, the NBA.
Right.
You know, this is just a really, really small niche sport. But the people that are in it are passionate. They love it. And, again, I think with what you guys are doing, you and David and Julia, I think it's just going to awesome. It's going to grow.
You know, I had somebody come up to me, and you're going to love this, Gracie. This guy looked at me, and he's kind of giving me the devil's eye, you know. And I said, what? And he goes, I found your podcast. I said, yeah. And he goes, you cost me $50,000 a year. And I'm like, we get that a lot. He goes, oh, no. My wife found your podcast. He goes, Now I'm at $100,000 a year. You know, I mean, what do you say to that? And
You're welcome.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, you know. And he goes, wouldn't change it for the world. And, you know, that's the excitement. That's why we do what we do, whether it's Sean and I over at the Dead Pair or David and Julia and I over here at Champions Network. That's why we're doing this. Mm-hmm. You know, it's that passion, it's that drive. And it's funny because, Gracie, and that's what I wanted to touch on, you're working with Cesar Guerini now. You have that passion, that drive. Sometimes work gets in the way of the shooting. Sometimes shooting gets in the way of the work. It's a delicate balance. It's It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I drove from New Jersey to Wisconsin for the World FITASC. It was the rain delay day. So it was groggy. It was weird out. So I was kind of losing track of time. I'm out there demoing a gun. They go, didn't you say you have to shoot today? I go, yeah. Not till like, I don't know, like 11:15. They go,
oh, God.
It's 11:25.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Guys,
You have to be kidding me.
I think the last time I cried was when I was 14.
Yeah.
I'm 29.
Oh,
I
no.
got to the third out of 4 pegs, realizing I have 13 zeros on that card, and I haven't fired it.
No.
I was going like,
oh, no.
But
oh, no.
I come back to the booth. Wes Lang, the president of Caesar USA, and Giorgio Guerini was there from Italy going, Grace, I know you're being really hard on yourself.
Oh, no.
That little girl you were out there with, she's buying a gun, and they're going to take lessons, and you just got her into the sport. So I know it feels awful right now, but you did good.
So it was heart drop here and heart raise here. Yeah. You know, exactly.
I got so invested, and that was that give and take where it was like, you know, I wish I could have them back, but I wouldn't take them back for the world because of that experience.
Yeah.
So Cesar Guerini has provided me that, and I do care about shooting, but nothing matters to me more than getting these young girls into it so that we can have more me and Desi.
Yeah. So talk about that for a second. So Cesar Guerini has the Siren line,
Yes, sir.
which is specifically meant for ladies and young girls.
Yes, sir.
How's that been going? Is it
Awesome. Yeah. So our Fabarm line and our Siren line, our Caesar also, when we go to SCTP Nationals, you walk into our building with 20, 30 guns. There's not a single one on the wall because they all want to try out these guns because they're made for them and they don't get a lot of chances to try that. One of the most proud things I've been investing myself with Siren this year is going to be a competition Siren for the women. So there's going to be Invictus model for the Siren. So our million round gun, which I'm so proud of, and it's going to be coming out hopefully 2025 from what I understand. So we're trying to touch on anybody from their first shots fired to, all right, let's get them set into their final gun, forever gun. So I really feel like they've done a wonderful job, and that's kind of why I feel so proud in that company, is they provide everything to anybody, no matter where you're at in the sport.
Wow. You know, I shot FITASC with a young lady. Her name was Antonia.
Okay.
Shooting it was either a Siren or Cesar Guerini.
Okay.
I don't know which one. But God bless her. She only came up. Look, I'm not very tall. She only came up to about right here on me. She couldn't have been 4'2".
Okay.
And this girl was hammering targets, and I was like, "Look at this!" And I'm like, I wonder if this is Gracie's customer. You know,
I don't know that name, but now I want to.
but it's Antonia. So
Okay.
it's like Antonio, but with an A at the end.
I'll have
So that
to
makes it
find her.
Antonia. Yeah. And I've seen her running around, so she's here all week. But her and her husband, just awesome people. She smiling ear to ear, and she told me before we started, she goes, I've never shot FITASC before. And I said, you know what? You're going to have fun.
You'll be fine.
She had, even when she zeroed a peg, because she's never done it before, she had the biggest smile on her face. She was having fun, but it was a 20 gauge, and I don't know if it was a Siren or Cesar Guerini. Beautiful gun. But she was out there. But when she did connect,
you skipped
she
a comment
was
that
hammering.
said that Caesar makes pretty guns. You didn't say that one.
Where's it at? Show me.
Yeah,
Where's
Jason,
it
what are
at?
you doing over there?
Caesar makes some pretty guns. Don't
There
you
you
skip that
go.
important stuff?
Mark Patrick
Oh,
said
look
that,
at all my peeps. Hey, you guys. I love y'all.
Look at, she's just, you know what? You're getting more compliments than Sean ever could dream of. So,
Is there any surprise?
there's been a lot of changes to the grounds here at the National Shooting Complex, Grace. You've been coming here for a long time. What do you think about the changes?
Really cool, and I thought it was hilarious. I was catching up on all the podcasts. I think Mike Hampton specifically said, "Watch, now they won't rain for 10 years," and I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
It has been freaking beautiful, but the improvements are amazing. The pavilion is outstanding, beautiful. Now we have that. I guess that is the pavilion, the eating area. Beautiful.
Yep.
The paved paths, awesome. I know there is still some stuff in the works, so I'm excited to see what else we got going on based on everything they've done so far.
Well, we went from a tent to a building.
Pretty cool.
And so,
and if and when the bad weather does hit, at least we're going to be ready for it, right?
We're ready.
It's not going to be a surprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
we went from 45 inches of rain to dust. So
I'll take it. Every time somebody says something, I go, "Hey, zip it."
Yeah.
I will take dust all day.
Last year was painful. I mean,
It's hard to, even if targets are good, it's hard to have a good time.
I mean, when I got the golf cart stuck, I felt bad for big man. Had to get out and push, and it was terrible.
No, you didn't. Don't start.
I did at the moment.
You're like,
didn't mean
I
to start
can't get
marital
my shoes
problems,
muddy,
yeah.
Sean. Push the golf cart.
I just got a brand new pair of shoes. It was David's
Yeah.
orange pair that he liked. It's his favorite.
It's your story.
Blame David.
Yeah.
It's your story. You tell
They
me what
blame
you
me
want.
for everything.
Wait a minute. What's this they?
Oh, well, you're right. It's him.
He's got a mouse in his pocket, I think.
Oh my gosh! I'm telling you what. If you're sitting at home watching this and you're not like a regular sporting clay shooter, you are missing out on this because this is the atmosphere around the whole entire shooting complex. What is it? 750 acres here, David?
I
It's
have
about
no
that.
idea.
Yeah,
Is
I think
it?
it's just shy of 800 acres.
Yeah, and you know, there's everything you want to shoot here, and there's every single pro in the United States is here, and this is the atmosphere. And you're doing yourself a big injustice if you're not coming to an event like this. Now, look, we're going to have a whole episode over on the Dead Pair podcast with David and Neil talking about going to big shoots because David's got one opinion and Neil's going to railroad him. It's going to be great. I cannot wait for this to happen. Sean,
Should be drama.
this is going to be the best episode of 2024.
It's
when it happens.
foreshadowing.
Right.
So, but I mean, how many people do you have, Gracie, come into your store that are fairly new shooters?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, I had one today who, amazingly enough, said her first or maybe second time shooting a shotgun was that Ladies Open today.
Oh, really?
And she did the clinic on Thursday. Oh, so it was the ladies clinic Thursday was the first time she shot.
Yeah.
She shot the Ladies Open today. She said that was the second time she's ever shot. She came over to the booth. I saw her yesterday. I said, "I'm literally here for free lessons. Just come, hang out, come say hi if you have questions." She swung by, got her break 3-4 in a row, and she's like,
Well, and that's another good point. You know, aside from all the action going on with the shooting, almost every vendor is represented here. So if you're a new shooter and you want to look at a new gun or a set of glasses or ears or a vest or a shell bag ammo,
traps,
I mean,
it's
everything
all
is here. You can
Yeah.
answer every
by
question.
the people who use them, like
Exactly.
whose livelihoods depend on them.
Exactly. So
Now, you may know, what was the young lady you were talking to, the ladies shooting organization, you
They're-
said is the largest in the country?
yeah, it's based out of Texas. I think she posted on our Dead Pair page. Let me see if I can find
Is
Okay.
it the Divas?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Divas.
yeah,
They had the kind of the leopard skin
Yeah, they
print.
do the ladies clinic.
Yeah, and she said, I guess they're the largest ladies shooting group in the country.
Yep.
Even
And-
bigger than the Honeybells.
That's as far as I understand.
Really?
Yeah. So, anyways, I told her maybe we should get in touch with her.
Everything's bigger in Texas, Jason.
I know that, right?
But yeah, I told her maybe we try to get in touch with her and expound upon that because I'd like to really hear more about them and what they do.
I bet you've sold them a few guns, haven't you?
I've had quite a few leopard hat girls come through the booth for the last couple years. I had shot the ladies event with a couple of divas, and man, you will not find a more fun group of girls. They run the station. They're like me. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. No, they were full of energy, really nice. They came into the Atlas booth. We were sitting in there talking with Chad and a couple of the guys.
Full of energy.
And then as we left, we just kept noticing leopard skin print, leopard skin
Yep.
print, leopard skin
yeah,
print.
it wasn't until they came in and they introduced themselves. We're like, hey, this is really
It's like,
cool.
well, there's a lot of
and then
them
we
here.
started driving around. It's like, there's a leopard skin. There's a leopard skin. There's a leopard.
yeah.
And it's like, wow, they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But how cool.
It's awesome.
That's what I love about this sport. And I don't think there's enough emphasis put on that. We all talk about targets and ammo and guns and, all this other stuff. And it's the people that
You
make
forget
it
about the
difference.
camaraderie.
Yeah,
That's the most important
exactly.
part. It's so
Right.
fun, man.
I mean, that's the only reason David shows up. I mean, he
Yeah, I
used
Is
can't
that why
win
you
anything.
stayed in the main?
he used to show up and compete. Now it's just for the party, you know. So, David, where are you at, like in this event right now? I mean, I know we've had some on-off days with you. Are you like?
What do you mean?
Are you still in the top 8, or are you bounced out, or do you know?
No idea.
I was looking before.
Look at this guy.
Golly, the scores are impressive.
Yes.
Oof.
Very impressive.
Looks
I
like-
was
looks
talking about how I feel like target difficulty has remained fairly consistent
Yeah, very
throughout the
consistent.
years.
Yeah.
But the skill and talent level
I know.
is just impeccable. Like
Yeah.
I was kind of half proud. I finished up like I think a 94 on the K Cup. I'm like run to the scoreboard and like I think Karen shot a 98 and Madison had a 96, and I was like, I was almost excited.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Well, the one thing that Sean and I have on the two of you is we've already shot the green course, which is coming
you
for the
lucky
two of you
ducks.
tomorrow. And
She's spicy.
I will tell you, in Italian language, it's a spice meatball.
Yeah,
okay,
it
let me
is.
tell you, this thing's got it's not like the 3 you've already shot. I
Okay.
can promise you that. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
the
the one
big
fella
difference.
gave us a real morale boost when he told us on Station 1 the average score was 1.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
how do
was
you
wow.
break half a target?
When I stepped in the box, I smoked the first pair. Then I went dead loss. And I'm like, okay, really? We're going to end like that? No, we're not. And then I went lost pair. And I'm like, okay, we're going to end like that.
You got
All right,
2?
so-
That's the high score I've heard on
Three.
that. Oh, that's the most I've heard on that.
But, I
station.
mean, I smoked the first pair. I mean, like, nothing but dust.
Miracles happen, Jason.
Right. And then Sean's laughing at me, and I went dead loss and then lost pair. I'm like, okay, I hate him.
And I did the exact opposite. I hit 1 out of every pair. So I wound up with a 3. You wound up with a 3. It's more than double the average.
Yeah,
So we
and
got to feel good about that.
Just so I now that I've said that, everybody's curious at home. This is a true pair off the tower with a MIDI and a standard, and I'm telling you right now that MIDI has got an MX missile stuck up.
Yeah,
its butt.
I think
mean,
NASA
this
was the
thing's-
sponsor of that station, weren't they, David?
It's probably SpaceX.
SpaceX
Yeah.
might have been
Yeah.
SpaceX. Hey,
Flanagan's got the hookup, does he?
real
Yeah.
quick, guys, I was looking at the scores. So Brandon Powell right now sitting at a 220.
Yeah, he's down 5 freaking birds.
Yeah, 5 freaking birds. Turner Parcell is the closest at a 215.
Wow.
Then
Oh,
you've
nice.
got Anthony, Derek, Gebbin, and Todd Hitch all at a 211.
Oh,
So
wow.
Oh, I
Got
can
to
definitely
be
catch
kidding
up
me.
tomorrow.
Well, I think I have to shoot like a
What if you-
85 and I'll be good.
and David, you're sitting at a 207. So
So if you
you
duct
got
tape,
some work. You got some work to do.
Yeah.
if you duct tape Brandon to a chair,
Oh, I got
No,
this.
you know what you do? You tell him, wait, you got to, it's opposite day in Brandon's head. Because if you tell him, you know, man, it's a really hard station, he's like, I'll show
Oh,
you
yeah,
that station.
right, yeah.
Be like, oh, you've got this.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can get him out of his element.
Yeah, but
If you-
definitely some competition there, guys. Definitely some competition.
Oh,
Good
really
gracious.
stout numbers, man.
Yeah.
Even the ladies division, I was looking at it. Gianna threw up a 70 today. Karen had a 70 yesterday. I mean, the talent level is incredible.
Yeah, Desi's sitting at a 208.
Yeah, she had a couple 70s now, or high. What was it?
Desi had a 68, 73, and a 67.
Incredible.
Yeah.
wow.
Like that's outstanding.
David, has the North versus South started yet, or do you know?
I think it's about to.
Is it playing right now?
Mm-hmm. I have it paused.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start coverage on that.
Sure.
Do you want to stick around with us, or you got to go?
I was gonna go play.
All right.
Oh, go play. What are
Go
you going to
play.
go shoot?
No, drink.
Oh.
There's tequila.
She's already shot for the night. Well, I tell you what. Go get you a tequila. If you want to come back with us and commentate,
Okay.
let's do it.
For sure. Did anybody have any questions before I leave you?
Is there any advice on how to distract yourself from the expectations of what you shoot during the station? Whoa.
What you
what
should
are you
be
reading?
doing.
What you should be doing. Excuse me. Can you see that?
Oh, like if you were like maybe supposed to be at work or supposed to be at whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, my advice is do that if you're going to distract yourself. Oh, that's Darren. Hey, Darren. Love you. Yeah, you know better. Part of the mental game is being able not to. You're here. That's your job. That's what
Yeah.
you should be doing now. You need to learn how to unplug. Yes, that is hard to do when there is
Yeah.
1,010,000 other things happening. My main piece of advice: put your phone away. That's how I turn off the world. If I don't get if I don't see the email doesn't exist. So short and simple.
Okay. All right. So, David, she is where her feet are.
That's the number one thing.
I hate that statement.
Miss Dawn.
Yes,
All day,
absolutely.
baby.
Yes.
Be here, be now.
But no, seriously though, if you want to come back and we're going to commentate over the North versus South, you're welcome to join us. We'd love to have you back.
Are y'all doing that in here or going out?
Yeah, no.
No,
We'll
in
do
here.
Oh,
it
okay.
here. We'll have the feed pulled up. You'll be able to watch it and
Awesome.
I don't
tell you
know.
about play with us.
I guess you could watch it on a device
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
We do
I
need a
promised
monitor.
Miss Jacobs that I would be rowdy for Thomas. So.
Oh, go do
Okay.
that.
I need
Well,
to
we don't want you to
Hey,
break
if
your
you
promise.
if you want to go live on something
Facebook
and-
or something?
yeah, then I can grab your feed and do it, and you can be
Okay.
like a field reporter if you want.
There you go. You
Let me
want to be
see.
our field
If I
reporter?
got battery, I'm happy to.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Awesome.
All right, perfect.
Well, hey, everyone. Thank you, Miss
My
Grace
pleasure.
Callahan.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. We are going to be back in just, David? You got about 2 minutes you can play here for us?
What? I can go right now.
I'm Guerini Grace on Instagram or Grace Callahan on Facebook. So
Awesome.
grab me on the feed or
Okay.
find me if you
On
need
the
me.
feed.
Go
Find me
on the feed.
Did I sound old?
Thank you, Grace.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Grace.
You know, David, I got a phone call today, and my wife might kill me for sharing this on live TV here, but she said she was listening to you and watching the show and everything last night, and she said I kept wanting to hit the delete and the mute button for all your ums and
she's-
uhs. And
yeah.
because she's used to
she's so
the
trained to
podcast,
it,
you know,
yeah,
right? And she goes, I hear, Sean clear throat, and David's going, and she's like, I want to edit him. So, but God love her. Anybody that's listened to any of the Dead Pair podcasts that we did with Sean and David, they've heard how good it sounds, and listen to David now. They should know how hard my wife works to make that sound
and
so
that's
good.
that's the difference between live and pre-recorded.
Right,
You get a lot of
exactly.
chances to clean the video up, and Jules does a great job for us.
She absolutely does. I love her for a lot more reasons than that, but she sure does fill that position really well.
Yeah, you need to buy that girl flowers more often.
You get the ProSign Studio card?
Well, no, but you just need to buy her more flowers more often.
You're fired.
Take her out for a nice dinner,
You're
maybe some dancing or something.
You're
you know,
fired.
Make her feel special.
You're fired. We're gonna.
Attaboy, go after it. Come on.
You're losing your 3-day paid vacation. So, hey, you know what? The one thing we haven't talked about. This is a third day recording in here. How nostalgic do you feel being in this museum?
There's a ton of history.
There is so much history in here. I mean, David, you were walking around today, and you're like, "Wow, there's really some cool stuff in here."
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Especially as being a fan of the history of the game, going through and looking at the trophies of all the previous national championships and all the previous winners. I mean, just like I can. Well, the lights are off, so we can't see it, but I could pan this camera around. Let's see if I can do it. I don't.
Well,
There's trophies directly behind you, David.
You know what,
Yeah.
David? Listen, seriously, why don't we try to get some footage tomorrow? Something to show everybody, maybe like a walkthrough or something. I think it'd be really cool. I mean, like you said, the lights are off right now.
I'm trying to control this on my phone using my thumb, so sorry, guys, but it's kind of, you can see all of these things in the background here. That right over there, looking at, national champions, all the trophies there of all the different events. It's a very, very cool place. And the really exciting thing, let me let the camera get back in focus, because the really exciting thing is that the NSCA is investing more money to expand the building and put a bigger emphasis on the history of sporting clays, and not so much just ski in here. So it's very, very exciting. And just like we had the Ellinger, Steve Ellinger video interview from the other day, if any of you guys have really cool memorabilia about the game, literally anything that you find important or interesting or whatever it is, call them up. I don't know who they're supposed to call, but I guess someone at the NSCA.
No. Steve gave his phone number right on that. So if you go back to the show we did Thursday, we had the interview with Steve Ellinger, and he gave his phone number and direct contact and email, as a matter of fact. So you can reach out to him if you have any artifacts. And like he said, we're looking for something rare.
Yeah.
Not just Grandpa's shotgun, but if Grandpa was a certain competitor, a winner of something, then there's some significance there for the museum.
Why don't we go over to the video?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see what's going on.
I'm sick of hearing you talk.
Really, David? Have you heard yourself ever?
Of course, all the time.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sean, you got this pulled up here? Are you watching this?
I do.
What's going on?
Well, we're a little bit behind where they are.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking
Yeah,
about the top gun shootout.
don't be watching that. I guess watch our live stream if you want to be able to see, because I have this paused for a delay. So
Okay.
that way we can actually because you guys were rambling on for hours and we would have missed the whole thing. So I just paused it.
Really?
Yeah, that was definitely you.
It was me, Sean.
It always is, Jason.
It was me. It's all my fault.
It's always
It's
you.
always your fault. Have you not
Always my
learned
fault.
this yet?
It is. I know.
Okay, so bear with me because I had the thing. Also, I'm going to make a comment here. You're going to see, if you're watching the stream, unfortunately the video that we have for the shooting is a portrait landscape, or a portrait aspect ratio, and that's as big as we can get. We can't make it any bigger. I did have the setup for having an extra guest, so just give me some extra time, and I'm gonna make this so we can see everybody a little bit more evenly. But if anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask. So right now we have, this is the north versus south shoot off, which is an absolute blast, I might add.
Oh, there it goes.
Were you not invited to that one either, David? Or
Nope.
Yeah, he's got it right here, Jay. It's playing now.
okay. You'll have to forgive me. My despite all David's technology, I still have internet that won't work. So.
Okay, let's see.
What's going on right now, Dave?
Right now they are just throwing things into the stadium.
Yep. getting the crowd worked up, get them pumped up, and get them some excitement. Obviously, those people are gonna get some nice, cool memorabilia and little novelty items to take home. And they do that every year for both events.
Yeah. Really cool. We used to throw out a couple Dead Prayer shirts now and then.
Yeah, we did that a couple times.
I wonder if I can get this.
So, David, you were talking about the North versus South here that we're looking at. You really love that event.
Mm-hmm.
And you made a comment about it last night. Do you regret not being out there right now?
No, because I think the South has to have at least some chance of winning every once in a while.
Oh, David.
Oh, my God.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, wow.
I think, if you guys understand, you're Northerners, if we going back 100+ years, we win everything. So you got to let the Southerners at least think that they're better at shooting than the people up north.
God, come on, man.
Sean,
Those Georgia boys are going to be loading their trucks with pitchforks.
Bring it on, man.
I'm telling
Sean,
you.
Undefeated.
Okay.
Sean, it's a good thing we have a successful podcast because the Champions Network just got canceled.
Right.
Oh, no. But you know what? That's really cool that you say that, though, David. I know you're just joking, but it's that kind of poking fun.
You think I'm joking?
He's dead serious.
I'm dead serious.
He's dead serious.
Oh, dead serious. I'm not joking.
But it's that kind of teasing fun. That's what that event's all about.
That's actually the whole point. That's why this is actually my favorite event here at Nationals, because really the crowd gets into it. And like I said last night, if anybody was watching, like being a Yankee, I should really just say, let's redefine that as being always on the winning team. You get so much. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that I've gotten stuff thrown at me while I was shooting out there,
Yeah.
And especially every time that I've shot this, a couple times it ends up in a shoot-off between the North and South, and then each team picks a person to be in the shoot-off, and I've been the person they pick every time. So it's always like I get all the hate.
Oh, man.
So
not to interrupt you, David. So we got two guys in the cage here. I'm not sure
Yes.
who these fellas are.
So
yet.
I think one of the things about the North versus South is that they pick a person for
random.
each. Yeah. There's like a random competitor from the Nationals that gets to be
okay, so
on the
not
team.
necessarily a big name shooter,
Correct.
but just
Yes.
anybody. Okay.
Yeah, like you and I could have been picked. Thank God we weren't. But,
Yeah, right.
Is
although
that
I would.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
we got Trevor over there.
I say thank God we weren't, but how many times have you stood down there with me, Sean, like when we were filming stuff, I really want to shoot those targets.
Yeah.
I mean, those targets look so cool.
Oh, shooting under the lights like this is
yeah.
amazing. Especially, they use a lot of flash targets, don't they, David, with most of these?
Yeah, they should. Yeah. One of the coolest things, I got to say this, one of the most fun things we've ever done at this shoot was that Casey Rennert from Renner Playbots brought one of his Mark IIIs out there one year. And every peg that we went to, one person from alternating teams got to set one of the birds.
Really?
Oh, man, it was so cool.
Oh, my God. That had to have been so fun.
Yes, it was a blast. Yeah, who is that? I don't know. I can't see his face.
He doesn't have a name on the back either, I can tell. Oh, looks like he smacked that second bird. Not sure about the first one.
And I wish I knew who was on the north versus the south.
I guess
Eagle's Nest. Okay, so the guy on the right's from the Eagle's Nest. So
so that's the northerner then.
I would assume that's the northerner. Okay, so now I'm just going to say I don't know who they picked for each thing. But I find it a little sketchy that the NSCA picks the guest for the North and the South.
Are you saying that this
Why
is
is that?
skewed?
Well, because the NSCA is based in Texas.
Oh.
I feel like that's a little rigged.
Well, not unless they use northern delegates and EC members to pick.
No. Do you think they're that fair?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Well, it's cool because these guys are probably shooters like we are. And to finally get up in front of a big audience like that's got to be crazy.
That's awesome, man. I mean, how cool. What an opportunity.
I think what his name, Kevin Hill? I don't know his first name, but he just went dead loss, I think. Person that's just shooting now, I think maybe same thing. Not really sure. I wish I could hear.
There's no volume.
No, there's no volume.
Okay.
So the interesting thing about doing this is it's where really you get to I kind of honestly feel bad for these people that they pick because I'm sure that they very rarely, if ever, have shot sporting targets at night. A lot of people get a chance to shoot, skeet or trap birds at night, but to be in a stadium and have to shoot sporting clay targets and where there's not a known distance or anything.
Very different.
It's really kind of, I feel bad because there's no way that they're going to be successful in that, because it is honestly so much different, so much harder.
Well, you would think between the night shoot at Cardinal Center and Airport Ridge up in Ohio and shooting at night like this, you'd think we'd have an advantage, but you and I both suck.
Yeah. No, we've never won that event.
No.
I mean, we have a lot of fun.
Not even close.
No, we've had a lot of fun doing it.
We've won on the bourbon tasting at the end.
Correct.
But never during the event.
Okay, so now we have, what is this?
We did get to see a good sideshow for 1 year.
Oh, heck
remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
There was a
so I
certain David guy of some.
That's right. And his acrobatic shooting tricks.
Yes. Upside down, left-handed with his.
This is Blaze Whitehead. Looks like a dead pair right there. That's the North team for you, right?
Wait a minute. That wasn't Blaze.
That wasn't Blaze.
I'm watching Blaze shoot.
Oh, here Blaze is.
Okay.
We must be a few seconds behind you.
We're behind you. We're seeing what everybody else is seeing.
All right, here's Blaze.
Okay.
Blaze on the right.
Wow.
Yep, so he's a Pennsylvania boy, so he's from the north.
Yeah.
And who is that on the left?
I don't know. I'm wondering if
He's got a Texas emblem on his back, so obviously hometown.
Oh, now I just figured out who Super Goose is.
Who's that?
Shanahan.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Okay. Well,
Thanks, Trevor.
That's all right. He can keep posting.
We have a question from MTBKN. I don't know who that is, but it says, question for David. On your final pair, how do you quiet your mind to not talk yourself out of a dead pair to run a stand?
That's a very good question.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I don't throw. Oh, Turner. Let me answer that question after we get to watch Turner shoot because I want people to watch him.
Okay.
I've been shooting with him the last 3 days and it's been a pleasure to watch. So, just looks he was so consistently smooth and
Look like a dead pair there.
Okay. Dead pair for Turner.
Yeah, see, he's way ahead of us. Turner's not even in a box on our screen.
Okay.
Yeah, you're 30 seconds behind me probably.
Okay.
Slide your thing to the
Dead
right.
loss for Jacob.
Slide your progress bar to the right all the way.
It is, Sean.
It's just because of the delay I have running off the stream.
Oh, I got you.
See?
Okay.
Look what you did. Don't touch.
There we go.
All right, we have a loss dead for Turner on that one. And the Turner, I'm telling you, actually watching right now, he looks a little tighter than I saw him shooting both last night and during the day today. I'm not quite sure why.
Well,
Now
3 days of shooting can change your mechanics somewhat, right, David? I mean, you probably would know that.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have Madison, Sharp, and Giannis. How do you, is it just like Santo?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's
Santo.
Santo. Yeah. Gianna's a hell of a shooter.
And I'm assuming she's from the north? Who?
Yes.
Yeah, she's from
she's up around the Vermont area.
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a beautiful area.
Yeah, she's a heck of a shot. I watched her come into the dead.
Oh, wow, yes, she is.
Yeah, she came into the dead pair blast last year, not having touched her gun since Nationals, and I think she hit it like a 94.
Yeah.
So she was only like two or three targets behind our winner.
And
So I think so far, Gianna, wow, she's actually. Oh, that was a lost pair. Okay.
See, you need to quit commenting because we're not even seeing this, and you're commenting on something that nobody at home can see either.
What are you talking
You're
about?
commenting on the future.
The future.
Well, listen, just because I'm in the future and you're in the past and you can't keep up doesn't mean that I got to change what I'm doing.
This is true. Hey, and by the way, guys, I want to say that we do have a poll up. So for all of our listeners out there that are watching, we have a poll of who do you think will be in the lead going into Sunday.
Let me say something, because right now we're about to watch Zach and Mike shoot, and I met Mike on the middle of the course today, and I told him about what I was talking about last night with his gun, so I want to see if this changes. Let's see. I told him that, yep, it's going to be different. I just saw him right.
You must be talking
right over the
about
top.
Mike Wilgus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like I said, we're watching what everybody else is, so right now we still have Gianna and what just happened right there? Did she miss that?
Okay, now we have.
I think she hit it.
Mike had a dead loss.
Yeah, so Gianna and
Listen, why don't you stop talking about the past and let me talk about the
Yeah,
current
go ahead,
present
David.
situation?
Yeah, because right now we're seeing.
I've already commented on what you're seeing.
Yeah, we're watching. Now we're just finally watching.
I know
Zach.
that's a little bit Inception-y and hard for you to keep up, Jason, but it seems like Sean's got it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just let you comment. You're gonna have to take the lead, David, because we're
Yeah.
obviously a few seconds behind you.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, Brandon is stepping in for Zach, and Derek is stepping in for Mike. Brandon's checking his barrels, probably to make sure he has chokes in there or something. Derek is making sure that he's still got hair under his hat.
oh my Lord. Jules, honey, if you're at home listening, I really wish you could edit David right now. Oh, come on, that
I
was
can't
funny.
see the
Can't see
target
the
that they're-
targets at all.
No, I can't see the bird that they're shooting on the left.
So, do you think your quote-unquote advice helped Mike with his shooting?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see by the end of it. I think he looked like he missed 2 of the shots that he just shot.
Was he perceptive to what you were telling him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What was his comment? Was he conscious that he was doing that?
No,
or-
I think he was just he said basically maybe I just wasn't getting the gun up into the shoulder right. But here's the thing about it. Like, you get someone as good as Mike. I mean, when we were watching it, mechanically his movements were great. It was just that the gun was subtly in the wrong position. And I highly doubt that it would be that mechanically he wasn't doing something the same. In terms of the mount. So there's got to be it's not like when I say mechanically, I'm talking about the actual movement from start to finish.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, maybe physically the position he was in could have been different, causing something out. A lot of times when that type of thing happens, when the gun's too low in the shoulder and causing a different, a lack of parallel relationship between the plane of the gun and the plane of the eyes, that it's basically generally hugely related to posture.
Okay.
And so if the posture changes, then that can cause that kind of problem. Right now, everyone just finished the first peg, and they're moving on. And so tell me, guys, who's your money on for the North versus South? And actually, let's get this. Let me change the poll. I'm going to publish the results of the current one.
I think before you ask us that, you need to be a little fair and state who is shooting the North and who is shooting the South. Do you know?
Well, we know Brandon's on the South, so we got that in the bag.
Yeah.
It looked like was Anthony in there, or no?
Anthony. I didn't see him yet.
On the North, I think we saw Derek, Mike Wilgus. Who else did you say, David?
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hey, while David's holding on a second here, we're looking on Sean and I's screen. Doug Jenner from Kids and Clays is talking. What a wonderful organization.
Yes.
We had the gentleman donate the golf cart to the Dead Pair podcast last year. We sold raffle tickets, and every single red cent that came in from those raffle tickets went to the Kids and Clays Foundation. We raised over $13,000.
I believe that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was Brent. It was the guy that donated the cart, and
Yes.
big thank you to him. I mean, definitely helped a lot of kids with that.
Oh my gosh! But Sean and I donate our time to Kids and Clays events all over Ohio. And I've done one in the South, and I'm going to do more. And Sean, when you hear the families stand up at these events and talk about what has happened, I mean,
dude, it rips your heart out.
You're talking probably maybe depending on the size of the event, 200 to 300 grown men sitting at an event, and there's not a dry eye in the house.
No,
I mean,
it's
what they do for families and children in need. It's extremely incredible. So look it up, Kids and Clays. They benefit the Ronald McDonald's House charities, and it's what they do is incredible.
Jason, I know you weren't at the, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I know that you weren't up in Ohio because you've moved.
Right.
They moved the Kids and Clays charity from Mad River to Eagles Nest. Dan Bailey's club hosted it for the first time. And I think the final numbers came in that we raised almost $250,000.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome!
So it was a really good turnout, really good
That's
people.
fantastic.
I was one of the guides as well as a lot of the other shooters that up there. And yes, it's a fantastic event to get people involved, and they do this all over the country.
And if you're not someone that just wants to rip open your wallet and donate directly, if you want to go shoot and have fun at one of these events, like Sean's talking about, I mean, $250,000 at one. It's a Sporting Clays event. Mm-hmm. It's fun. Mm-hmm. They have a ton of raffles there. They have a ton of giveaways there. And everything you do during that event for your participation helps that charity.
That's right.
And it's incredible. I mean, look, we've seen people flying in helicopters. Obviously, they have money, and the incredible amount of money they donate. But then it's just average guys like you and I, Sean. Maybe it's all we can afford is to shoot the event, and that money goes. But whatever it is, we're there to participate and have fun and help. And how cool to go shoot a game that we love so much, and it does such great things for people in need.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what this sport's all about. There's a lot of great people in it. There's a lot of people that donate their time, energy, and resources to all kinds of good causes. But Kids and Clays is obviously near and dear to our heart because, David, I don't know if you've ever been to one of those events before, but they always bring in, a family with a kid, and they have a story to tell. And there's not a dry eye in the house after they're done because those people are really going through something. And hats off to that organization.
One cool side effect of that is they take AA and master class shooters like Sean and myself, and they ask us to help out, and we get to be their quote-unquote pro or instructor for the day. And there's so many people that participate in this event that have never shot a shotgun before.
Right.
And we're there to help. We're not there to shoot. We're there to help that squad shoot as good as they can.
Have fun, be safe,
be safe,
and
break
make sure
some
that they want
targets.
to come back next year.
Yeah,
That's the big
and
thing.
you know, how many companies? I mean, we've
Tons.
the Coca-Cola Group out of Cleveland, and I mean, I
major
can go on and
banks,
on.
major
Yeah.
insurance companies, they'll send 2 or 3 teams at a time.
Yeah.
You know, Stanley Steamer is a huge benefactor
sponsor,
to them. I think they clean all the Ronald McDonald houses for free.
Oh,
as
wow.
part
How
of their
cool. I
part of
didn't
their
know
thing.
that.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
Wes Bates, I think.
Yeah.
He's big shooter
Yeah.
as well. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a heck of a community doing this thing.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, and let's say that, you know what, you want to go shoot an event, but you don't know, and you don't have a gun, and all. This is an event you can come to that you're going to learn how to shoot safely. Obviously, that's most important. You're going to have fun. You're going to break some targets. And you're donating money. You're helping raise money for one of the greatest organizations, in my opinion. Maybe St. Jude's Hospital might overshadow them a little bit, but the Ronald McDonald House Charities and Kids and Clays Foundation, I'm telling you, when you go to the event, you understand they have families that they've helped stand up and talk about what they have done, not only for their children, but for their family to be there and progress and get over these just unfortunate circumstances. And I'm like I said, 200-300 grown men, there's not a dry eye in the house.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
and I didn't mean to go on a rant about that, but it's a great organization, and I don't think there's enough awareness about it. So I'm hoping everybody at home. I apologize for my rant, but
Well,
I
that's
hope you take it
a
seriously.
fair thing to rant about, I guess.
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
say.
Sorry,
But
David.
let me say,
I know you probably paused the video for that. So.
well, actually, it's been good ad lib because they haven't started shooting yet. Again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good. Good.
And so, but the thing I would say is that for all of you guys that are watching, go to the poll, and the question is who will win the North versus South shoot-off, and give us your opinion on one of the 2 choices that you have there.
And don't forget to keep sending those questions in. I don't care if there's 100 of them backlog. We'll answer every one of them. So, David, do you think you and Sean can converse for just a second?
David, can I ask a question about this poll?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah,
It seems a
you
little
two-
bit
you two talk for a second.
oddly worded because I'm
No.
looking at who will win the North versus South
No,
shoot-off.
Sean.
Okay.
What did he do? What did he do?
The options are the North team or not the South team. That's the 2 choices everybody has.
Oh my God! This is what I have to work with, people. I'm sorry. I mean, you got this and you got that. Okay. I mean, it's just, that's what it is.
Well, I'm glad we're serious.
Damn it, Sean,
yeah,
you're
right.
fired.
This is why they didn't invite me.
David, spin
Yeah.
this camera around.
What's
just
that?
For a second. Just right on me, right here. Spin it around. Oh, you got me,
Yes.
Julia. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh man.
Well,
Yeah. How you feeling about that poll there?
that's funny, but I think we need to correct that to actually get some true votes.
Well, I think that everyone knows what it is.
Yeah, no. If you vote for not the South, that's the South. So
Yes,
guys,
yeah.
don't be afraid to vote for not the South. But yeah, let's get a tally on that because obviously we'll see who all our watchers are and who they're rooting for.
Yes.
Number one, let's go back to the text. Yep, rigged poll, J.W. Riley.
Oh, now it's 50-50. It just caught up.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, J.W. Riley replied, rigged poll.
Yeah. No, it's not. Totally fair, I think.
Goodness gracious. Are they still, none of the shooters are back up yet?
No, they're still. They are really taking a long time to get shooting again.
Okay. Yeah.
Wonder what they're doing.
Move stuff around there.
They're doing a lot of drawings, it looks like. Let me switch this over to. We'll just cut over to this so we can watch. People can't. Might as well watch it while it's happening. So the maybe they are about to shoot. We'll see. I would love to see if we can find what the current scores are.
Yeah, they walked over to that TV screen a couple of times last night at the Top Gun shoot.
Yeah, and they haven't really shown it right now.
Well, like you said, maybe it's rigged. No.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why they're not showing the scores. They can do everything they can to make the South win. I sense an oration.
I'm still not seeing my video doesn't show the video feed yet. Still lagging behind a little bit. You got anything on your screen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching it.
There it
but
goes.
They're still yet to start shooting.
Okay.
So why don't we go into the queue? I'll publish the results of this. It looks like a 66 to 33% people voting for the South. Did we miss any questions in the backlog of stuff?
I'm going back through it here.
Doesn't look like it so far.
Question for David. This one from MTBKN. On your final pair, how do you quiet your mind to not talk yourself out of a dead pair to run a stand?
What's that?
He asks you, on your final pair, I'm assuming, of a station, how do you quiet your mind enough to not talk yourself out of a dead pair to run?
Oh, yeah, I didn't answer that one yet. I think it's going to be a weird answer that I don't know if people will like, but it's the truth. And that is that if you really understand, essentially, your conscious thoughts, you can only have one layer of that happening at a time. And your conscious thoughts are thoughts that you decide to have. And so there are a couple different approaches you can take. On one side of it, you can take the approach of that, I'm not good at controlling my conscious thought process, so therefore I should try to distract it. And you can do that by, there's all different types of things people do, whether it be listening to music or just trying to stay busy or having a very heavy duty pre-shot routine and stuff like that. For me personally, the best way I can explain this is that for me, it's important to understand in real time what my thoughts are. And if those thoughts are bad and they're ones that would lead to me being distracted and missing a bird on my last pair, I want to know that that's happening. I don't want to try to get rid of them, run away from them, suppress them, whatever. I want to know that. And I want to understand that what I'm feeling emotionally. Self-awareness is very, very important. And then I use that to understand what that would cause. So if I'm having a thought that's like, oh, man, I hope I don't miss this, I don't think, oh, crap, I can't think that. Let me shut that off. What I think is, okay, well, I'm thinking that. What's that going to cause? Well, my eyes are going to be a little jumpy off the trap when I call pull. I'm probably going to not be able to titrate my focus and look really good at the bird. I'm probably going to try to be paying attention to a big gap, so seeing the bird, the space, and the gun. I'm probably going to hesitate with a little bit of trepidation on pulling the trigger at the end of the shot. If I'm shooting the bird aggressively, I highly doubt I'm going to be able to, commit to the point where I've planned a good break point. Knowing all of these things allows me to kind of basically prepare for either deciding, okay, that's all the things that are going to happen, but can I either avoid having that happen, or is it unavoidable, and therefore do I need to change what I'm planning to do to work around that? So that's kind of a complicated answer, but essentially I don't like the answer that I hear some people say, which is that you basically distract yourself from thinking that, because that's just going to lead to it happening and you not being able to control it.
Hey, not to interrupt you, David. So Super Goose commented just a few minutes ago that the South is currently winning 60 to 50.
Okay, 60 to 50.
60 to 50. I'm not sure how they score all that, but the South is winning. And I think our poll right now stands at 66% versus 33%.
Okay, so it looks like they're just about to start shooting again. Jason's trying to be sneaky and get in here without anybody noticing.
Oh, I'm fine. Hey, look, we all have to do it. Okay, it's nature. So, I have a very serious question for you, David, and I think this will be good for the listeners, or watchers, viewers, sorry. But I'm going to save it until after we get through the shooting, because I don't want to disrupt viewing the shooting here. And Sean and I are watching what everybody else is watching, and you're in the future.
Is your stream more current to what people are seeing? Because we just now popped up back to the north-south.
We're just now back to the north-south.
Yeah, right now.
Looks like the guy from Eagles.
But I'm probably 30 minutes behind what's happening out there.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying what we're seeing now is that the guy from Eagles Nest and the other fellow from the South are.
What just happened?
Looks like we just lost the feed.
I'm we lose video?
Yeah, now it's back.
No.
Oh. Yeah, what just happened?
I don't know. We're dead.
Your video?
We've got nothing.
Now mine's playing right now. I think yours is frozen, Jay. But yeah, the first two shooters, the one fella from Eagle's Nest, and somebody commented who his name was. Danny.
Yeah.
Is his name from Eagle's Nest is shooting alongside the other guy from the South team.
I'm gonna go to the. Let me see if I can. Oh man, flip the cameras or something. Give us like 1 second, guys. Okay, so right now, it looks like we got Blaze, and I wish I could. Is there a thing online somewhere that shows who the? It's probably on the NSCA website, right?
What, as far as the shooter numbers?
I could do that, couldn't I? Look up the shooter
I think
numbers.
does Score Chase list shooter numbers?
I'm sure it does, yeah. I'll do that. .com, thank you. Score Chase. Oh, I didn't mean that. Okay. Event scores. And it probably. Oh, no, it doesn't list the numbers. Dang it.
Okay, sorry.
That's a bummer.
So right now, are you still watching Blaze and the other fella?
Oh, it does. Yeah. Okay. So what number is he? 922?
Yeah, hard to see on my phone.
Not there. Okay. Well, we don't know. I'm sorry, guys. We just don't have good information on it. And because of the fact that we're over here in the Hall of Fame and everybody is out there shooting, it's kind of hard to tell. But maybe Super Goose can help us out with this. I love the fact that Trevor's name is Super Goose.
I love it.
That's like literally perfect. Okay, yeah. I think I'm not. So I guess the South is still winning 60-50. That's the last thing that I got.
Mm-hmm.
And this, okay, so I think the guy shooting right now in the feed is what is his name? But I shooting was with Turner right now. I believe he was in this last year, and it doesn't look like it, but he's a pretty young kid, and he shot fantastic. If it's the same person. Again, we see a lot of the chalk on the rib. Right now, it's looking like a pretty good back and forth head to head. Okay, that shot was impressive that he hit that, because I don't know if you guys could see. Oh, Turner just missed one. I don't know if you guys could see, but it looked like in the middle of the first shot, he realized his gun wasn't in the right position. He completely changed it. I think that was a dead pair. This is pretty cool. I like to see this back and forth, especially two younger kids. I'm going to guess Jacobs. Okay. Wow, he's on Team USA. I should know who that is. Oh, I got another message from Super Goose that the feed cut out. Trevor, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to text you, and I don't know how recently
Well, that comment was from 8:07. It's 8:11, so a couple minutes old.
I'm not getting.
Says Turner is shooting
Thomas
against
Jacobs.
Thomas Jacobs.
Okay. And okay.
All right, so looks now we got Gianna Santo back up.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Madison Sharp?
Yeah,
or?
Madison and Gianna.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can reposition this video just a little bit so we can see a little bit better. Kind of hard. Great shot there. Just would have, if she could have held on to that second bird just a little longer, she would have gotten it. Just didn't quite get the connection. Who coaches Gianna? Do you guys know?
Anthony.
Anthony
Is
does?
it Anthony? Okay. Yeah, and she shoots a DT-11. She's a beast with that big gun.
Yeah.
And she's just a little thing.
All right, now we're back to Zach and no, I guess they're okay. Zach and Mike Wilgus. All right, come on, Mike. Dead pair. Oh, I like it. The gun looks like it's good too.
Yeah, we're a little
Zach
bit
with the
behind you
dead
still, David, so
pair.
we're going to let you
that's
just
okay.
comment.
I wish there was a better way for us to do it.
Well, in the future, now that we know, I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, we probably just need to get a stream.
Well, if we would have gone right when the NSCA was going, like, then we could have, because I don't think it really lets you pause a live stream and go back. You're either going to watch it live or you're going to start from where you pause, you know?
Right.
So there was.
But apparently there's some kind of a lag between, like, my phone and Jason's iPad compared to your computer because obviously it's quicker, faster. You got the Ethernet connection and we're doing Wi-Fi, so there's a few seconds.
Are
of
you
delay.
watching? Are you guys watching it on our stream? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there is a 30-second delay that I have built in.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's probably why the issue exists then. So
Yeah, that's built in, a 30-second delay in case something happens. But also, I'm on probably about a 30-minute. It might even be over out there. I don't really know.
I hear some shooting still going on, but
Okay.
But yeah. But no, I'm just saying, like, in retrospect, looking back, the next time you guys make a big ploy, just maybe another computer screen up here to mimic
Yes.
what you've got there.
Yeah.
And that way anybody sitting at the table would also
That would be
able to
good.
comment in the same time space.
I might be able to do that right now.
Well, don't worry about flipping your monitor around. That's too much. Because last night when it was live, yeah, you're right, we had no problems.
Yeah,
But-
it wasn't a problem last time.
But there's a little bit of lag between your machines are quicker than ours.
Yeah. All right, man. Okay. It's dead pair for Brandon. I'm gonna see if. Wonder if we can. I'm just gonna move the video. We're gonna cut the guys off a little bit, but just so we can possibly see the targets a little bit better. I just heard some screaming. I wonder what happened.
It looks like Zach went away happy.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's Brandon and Derek in the box, huh?
Yes. Wow, that was a great shot. Brandon just had right off the ground. Anytime Brandon throws the shells like that, you know something good to happen for him. All right, Derek. Loss. Looks like a lost pair. Not really sure. All I'm saying is I think the North team needs me out there. Brandon, that was another great shot. Right off the ground. Why is this? He just shot. Oh my gosh, that's crazy good. And Brandon's trying to get the crowd all hyped up. This is a cool comparison head to head with Brandon and Derek because the two of them both really work, off of energy. And so, but I guess that also means, if there's any bit of there you go, dead pair for Derek. There's a good response back from him. But, as good as it is to kind of feed off of crowd energy like that, it also is horrible if it's against you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it can completely drain.
Kind of deflate you a little bit.
Yes. But, you know, Brandon just seems to have all of that going for him right now. I mean, everything that he should is just really, really building a lot of momentum.
I think it's funny how he amps up the crowd. He's waving around and everything.
Yeah, and you know what? That should happen. That's what he should be doing.
Absolutely.
You know, because that's what these things here are for.
Yes.
91 to 103. All I'm saying, there's probably some sketchy stuff going on there. Wow, it looks like cage 3 just wrecked the northern team. I don't know, or the second cage. Okay. Yep, it looks like the South won.
Wow.
There's a first time for everything. I
Oh,
guess.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, first time for everything.
And here's the award ceremony. All right.
Well, from all the noise we were hearing from in here all the way over there, people were having a good time.
Yeah, it
no
seems
doubt.
like it. And I don't think we must have not been that far behind.
Yeah, 91 to 103. So the 103 of the South team winning over 91 over the North.
Mm-hmm.
Close match, really. I mean, you know, they could
Yeah.
go either way.
That middle cage just seemed to wreck everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Let's see. We'll go back to... Let's go to this view. Okay, so I just cut from the live stream. So have you guys ever, other than the night shoot, ever shot anything under the lights like that before?
Me personally, no.
No.
But you have shot the or have you just set the? No, you shot it with me. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We've shot the night shoot many times at Cardinal.
Right.
I know there's a place in Georgia that does the night shoot. There's probably a few
Yeah,
other
the Meadows.
places. Yeah, the Meadows, and then there's a few other places that do it. And then also the big thing, there's a place up in Michigan that does the neon
glow
clays, the glow clays.
Yes.
Yeah, and I haven't done that yet, but that looks like it would be a ball of fun.
Yes.
honestly.
And there's a place outside of Dallas or something that does that every night. They have just like a 5-stand set up to be able to do that every single night.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to be able to do that. I think that's in Dallas or maybe it's in Houston.
Yeah.
But what a cool thing that would be.
Yeah, it's
know?
neat. Some of these clubs come up with some different ideas on how to do stuff and make it fun for everybody.
I think it'd be cool if somebody made shot that was orange.
Oh, like
and then
somehow
you could
would glow under the black light so you could see your
Yes.
shot string going
How
up.
cool would that be?
That would be neat.
Just
Well,
some,
you know, Airport Ridge does a Thursday night 5-stand winter league
At night?
at night.
Because there is a couple different clubs I have seen that do a night shoot, like a 5-stand league or a trap league or something like that. But just personally, the only night shooting I've ever done is at Cardinal during their Pilgrims Fun and Gun.
yes.
So,
Yeah, I think it's an absolute blast.
any other place you shot, Jay, that had night shoots other than Cardinal?
No.
Okay.
That's, I mean, the new added thing was the FITASC that they did at night.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, have you ever shot FITASC at night, David?
Who did that?
Cardinal.
Cardinal.
When?
Yeah, we did it last
We
year.
started it 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. It's crazy, man.
I want to do that.
It's crazy.
That would be awesome.
And they were big targets, no joke.
really?
Big-
How do you? They must have a crap ton of lights.
Yeah, they had like 5 or 6 of those big towers.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. Where's my little score? Here we go. Let's cut to this. That's better. Okay, so tell me a little bit, Jason. Do we have anything else on guest-wise? Do you know if we have anybody coming?
Not tonight, no.
Okay.
Tomorrow we will bring you, we're going to try our best. Understand that when these people win a national championship, as Sean puts it, it's like herding cats. They're going to win. They're going to be pulled in every direction imaginable. I did talk to Brandon Powell, or actually Sean and I both did, yet this evening. He promised us that, no matter where he finishes tomorrow, he will be present and accounted for, but we're going to try to get the top 3 men, the top 3 ladies, and some junior shooters to come in and sit down for a press conference. Now, when I say a press conference, this is not going to be, you're not going to see any of us. It's going to be the 3 of them sitting at the table. We're going to ask them questions. They're going to address you. Now, here's the cool thing, and this is the big thing about the Champions Network. You can send in your questions while we're interviewing these people, and they can answer your questions. This is that interactive part that we talked about. Being at home and being able to be part of something.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not just watching a show that we've pre-recorded. This is going to be live. There's top 3 men and the top 3 ladies in the Nationals are going to sit right here at this table, and you're going to get to ask them the questions that you want answered. So join us tomorrow night. Hopefully we can get all 3 of them in here at the same time, men, all 3 of them ladies.
I
and
think
a few juniors.
we'll be able to do it.
I think so too. Mark Baltazar has also talked about joining us. He's the one that's putting together all the footage for the Pro Squad. Him and his team, they're going to be extremely busy, but he did say that he's going to try everything in his power as soon as they wrap up to come join us for a little bit. Now, we won't have him for very long. As you can imagine, that's a huge undertaking.
Yes.
All the equipment and the staff and everything that they have. But he's going to actually try and help us. I want to give a big shout-out to Haley Satterwhite. Now, a lot of you may not know who she is. If you follow the shooting community, especially on social media, she's got a big social media presence. She's a student of David's in the past. She helped us get some shooters in here tonight, and you know what? She didn't have to do that. She's out here shooting and having a good time, and she took time to help find these people. So big shout-out to Haley. We appreciate her help.
Yeah, thanks, Haley.
And again, like David said, it's Sean
impossible.
both said it's like herding cats.
It's literally impossible. But I can sympathize with that, because it really is. Let me go over to this before I start talking, I want to make sure I'm not cutting you guys out. It's when you win a major shoot like that. I mean, literally, you don't. In order to win it, you're not able to think about the fact that you are about to win it until you do.
Right.
And so then all of a sudden you do, and then it's like all this emotion comes in, and the last thing you're going to be able to do is remember any commitment that you made a few hours earlier. I mean, it's basically impossible. And so, and then everybody's pulling you from every direction to come do this, come do that. Let me take a picture of this. Let me interview you for this. So it's hard, and anybody that commits to that, I really appreciate it and follows through, but also we understand. But I think we'll be good because, seems like a lot of the guys are excited about all of this. And I'm not so sure. I believe that tomorrow the pro squad is going to go off like a shotgun start, like the PGA. So it may take a lot longer to shoot, but maybe not, because there might not be backups. Actually, that would be interesting to see if that, not having everybody start at the same time and progressively station by station letting people start, if we get done faster. And I wouldn't doubt that we don't, or I wouldn't doubt that we do. But if that is the case, I'm not so sure if we can exactly start at 6:30. Because it may, what is it, a 3 o'clock start?
It is a 3 o'clock start from what I understand, yeah.
Yeah, it may take longer than, if it's a 3, every round I've shot so far has been a 3-hour round.
Yeah.
So if it takes a little bit longer than 3 hours to get back here, might be tough anyway.
Well, with the crowds and everything else out there, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, I don't have a golf cart, but I'll run back here as fast as I can, guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I guess exactly what I sorry, I was reading a question. Exactly what Jason just said, I want to echo that the press conference thing it's really exciting. And so the best way that you can interact with that is to, when we go live tomorrow, put your questions in the Q&A tab. That because the chat goes by pretty quick and it's hard to keep up with, and we want to make sure that we get the questions answered. So if you can put it in the Q&A tab on the chat thing, that's the best thing to do, so that we can make sure that everybody's questions are answered, because we really want to. This has been Jason's like number one. I mean, the first time that he called me about doing this at the World FITASC a couple months ago, a huge thing was to be able to have these press conferences, and I think it's a very cool thing. Get the ability to have a little bit of insight as to what's going through everybody's mind, post-event, post-win, or post-loss. So the more that we can get engagement from that, the better the questions are, the more involved I think that the guys will be, and girls, to come here and interact with you guys. And we want to make it to where you feel like you're talking to somebody right on the other side of the table. So
yeah, if you look at any other professional sport, I don't care if it's NASCAR, motocross, football, whatever, you have a press conference at the end. And now you're not going to see us three meatheads sitting here. You're going to see the top three, the champion, the runner-up, M1, same way with the ladies. And you're going to hear from them. Now, obviously, we're going to ask them the questions. You're going to hear us, but you're not going to see us, okay? You're going to see the top three sitting right here. And these are the top three in the nation. This is the national championship for sporting clays. This is the pinnacle of our sport, minus the world championship. And we're going to bring you those people. We're going to have some questions of our own, but everyone at home, everyone that's watching that can't be here, this is your chance to interact, okay? This is your chance to ask them a question. Now, look, I don't think asking the national champion about how he trains is going to be the appropriate time, but maybe, what were your emotions? What were you feeling coming into that last cage? Some good questions. But you're going to be able to ask those right here. And
the other thing is that you can basically preload your questions into the Q&A like whenever you want. You don't have to put that in there while we're live. If you think of a question in the middle of the night or right now, put it in there. It'll be there tomorrow and we'll ask it. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's what's cool. And, also talk amongst yourselves in the chat, for tomorrow as well. It'll be the same thing. So other than that, do we have anything else, Jason?
No, that's all we have for tonight. We might have Neil come back with us, which I can't imagine that. He's so daggone busy.
Yeah, he's probably wore out.
But he
I'd like to get Joe if we could.
That would be interesting to get Joe. But again, David, you're going to be coming off of finishing your round and then trying to get this kicked off live. Everybody's wrapping up. It's the end of the national championship. So I'm not going to really count on a lot of people, but the three men, the three ladies, and possibly a junior or two that finish the national championship, that's going to be my main focus, is to get them in here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and we'll keep everybody updated as it goes. If there's a backup or delay or anything out on the course, we'll let everybody know on social media that, hey, look, maybe it may not be 6:30, it might be 7, or maybe we'll be able to kick off on time. But we'll keep up with everybody on social media. So make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We have pages there, and then of course, I don't think you can update anything on a website just yet, can you?
For what?
For information, updated information. Probably social media is going to be the best place to find out what's going on, right?
For tomorrow?
If we run a delay or anything.
Yeah, the best thing would be to go. Yeah, but it'll be obvious anywhere you look.
Okay, all right, but yeah, no. Thank you everyone for joining us. Sean Alley, David Radulovich, thank you both. Thank you to our guests, Desi Edmonds, Grace Callahan, and, of course, Lane Piccolo. I mean, what an outstanding young man. Two awesome lady shooters. We appreciate their time tonight. I mean, look, they get done shooting, they want to go have a drink, they want to go have dinner like everybody else, and we drug them in here, so we appreciate their time.
Yeah, we sit here starving until we're off the air with you guys, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cry us a river, right? Yeah. Cry us a river.
There's no restaurants open, so it looks like we're buying pizza again tonight, Sean.
Yeah. That was good pizza.
Yeah,
It was good pizza. It was good pizza.
Of course, David had to go shoot this afternoon. Sean and I went and had some Papado seafood. We had some
I
oysters.
hate you
it's
guys.
Good
Yeah,
stuff,
I know,
man.
right?
Good
That's
stuff.
that's the main reason to come to San Antonio.
Right.
Well, I mean, hey,
We enjoyed it.
you went and shot. We
I
went.
hate you. I went and no, I didn't go shoot. I went and fell asleep on the course. Is what I
Oh
did.
my goodness!
I
You know
threw
what?
lead.
You killed it on the course. We killed it at the buffet. So.
You were there in spirit. David.
I was okay.
right.
At least you were thinking of me.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
As we were cheering the oysters. Yeah.
Once again, thank you everyone from the Champions Network. Until tomorrow, we'll see you later.
Adios,
See you guys.